Okay. What's up, everybody? Wow. Alright. So this is my review, or Into the Storm. This is my review for Into the Storm. Just a quick review because I just watched it. And it's, for those of you who don't know, Into the Storm is a tornado movie that I think released last year. I think it was last year. Alright, so Into the Storm. Wow. It is so bad. It sucks too because I remember Twister, and Twister was a lot of fun. Twister, I think it was 97 or 96, or 96, 97. Twister came out, and yeah, it's cheesy, and it's kind of, it's kind of stupid in a way, but at least there's a story. At least it's about a team. If anybody hasn't seen Twister, it's about a team that they're trying to track storms. This is like 90s. They're trying to get warnings for places. They're trying to get their. It's called Dorothy. It's little sensors, and they need to get it into a tornado in order to try to learn more about them, give people more warning. Anyway, it's about this group of people that go out and they're trying to do this, and so there's that element of the story, and there's another competing people that have their own thing, their own device, and they're trying to. Anyway, it's a fun tornado movie, and then so what? Let's say 17 years later, they decide, let's make Into the Storm. And when I saw the trailers, I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, the trailers they were brief and they were short, and there was like, sweet, tornado movie, that's great. And then, oh my goodness, this is just the worst. This is not what we want. This is not what anybody wants. Who wants to watch this movie? Oh man. Okay, so basically, here's the story. I'm going to tell you the story of Into the Storm. So you have storm chaser people like you would see on TV, like the people that go after the tornadoes. You got these guys, and you got high school with a bunch of high school kids. Yes, that's exactly what I want. And then you have these stupid two redneck guys that are like YouTube people. They're like, we're gonna get we're gonna be famous, yeah. And they're like chasing around the tornadoes. It's so stupid. So you have the storm chasers, you have high school students, and you have these stupid redneck guys, and that's pretty much those are your characters. Those are the people that are in the movie, and it's just there's not one likable person. The acting is so bad. Everyone is so not even realistic. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Oh man, So what's worse is it's so cliche. It's like, the dad, the high school students, their father is the principal, and it's like he doesn't have time for them. They're like, everything is shot with cameras. Like every angle is like somebody has a camera or a cell phone or somewhere, and it's been done before, but this is just dumb. And so everything's shot with cameras. So, one son is the head of the film technology thing in high school. I don't know. He's the head of the course where he's documenting or time capsule type thing where you're filming yourself, and then in 25 years or whatever you dig it up and I'll see who a different person I am. And they play that so much, and it's like. The dad doesn't care, and you don't even learn anything about anybody. Everybody's just stupid. Everybody in this movie is no likable characters. If you watch it, you will not like anyone. No one has a backstory. No one. It's just it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. And what's the best part is you see a tornado movie. It's all right, we want to see tornadoes. Don't give us high school drama stuff. Who cares? No one cares about that, and no one wants to build a movie around that. It's so I can't understand why you would do that. And then you put the kids in the most one of the students, and it's the graduation. It's graduation day, and everybody's graduating except one of the father's students that's the head of the thing, helps this random girl who he's never even talked to before, apparently. He's like, oh, I can help you. She has to film something, or she won't get a scholarship or something stupid like that. So he's like, oh, well, even though it's our graduation day, and I guess I don't need to be there, so you and I can just go out to this random farm spot and film whatever the heck they're filming. I don't even know what they're filming. So then they're there, and then so the tornado comes through and like is like it like goes through the school, and everybody is, of course, everybody's filming, even though there's a tornado outside. I guess they're the bravest kids ever. I guess he just doesn't care. He's got his camera. He's like, oh, all the kids are like screaming, running into the building, and they're all, get down, get down. He's got his camera out, like, yeah, I'll film it. That's what I'm gonna do. And so that goes through, and then these other two, I don't even know their names because I honestly don't remember, and I just watched it. And so the father, son, and this random girl are out recording, and they get, and like, it's so bad. They're acting just, it's so not realistic. Like, I can't even explain it. You just have to see it. Or they get trapped because the tornado, they don't, they're like, what's that noise? I don't know. And then a tornado like rips everything apart, and they like fall into like the basement, I guess. And then they're stuck down there. And then the next scene, the kid that has like a professional recording camera, they're stuck down there. He like sets it up. Like, I don't know what, no one would do that. He sets up his professional camera, like looking at them, and they're like trying to find out, oh, you have any bars? Oh, there's no signal. Oh, and they can't get out of there. And this, oh my gosh. And then they just keep going back to that. And eventually, like, pipe breaks and water's rushing in there. And the water's filling up, and they're like, oh, try to get a signal. And she's like, her phone's literally, she's like, it's like in water. She's like holding it underwater. She's like, it's not working. I can't get a signal. Oh, really? Oh, it's really? Oh, it's not working. It's like, oh my gosh. I think I have one bar. Oh, thank God. Like, I can try to. It's so bad. Oh. Wow. It's so bad. And then then you have the storm. Let me talk about the storm chasers. All right, the whole team of storm chasers, they're so bad. They're so annoying. Their characters, they have no. You don't know where any of them came from. They're just like I think it's like 3 or 4 of them, and they're like just driving around. They're like, oh, we haven't seen anything in so long. We haven't filmed. It's been 365 days since we've seen a tornado. And then once these tornadoes, of course, start coming through, they're like, oh, we got to film all. We got to get this footage, which makes sense because they're storm chasers. So at one point, they're like getting chased. They're like chasing a tornado, and they're like it comes down, and then it like turns and it goes a different direction, and they're like they drive into town, and the stupid redneck guys are there. The redneck guys are like, oh, we're gonna be famous, you too, yeah. And they're just like always like there trying to film. They're super annoying, and so they meet up in this town, and the tornado's like has dissipated or whatever the word is. It's gone away, and so all the storm chase team's out there, and then all of a sudden the tornado like starts forming again. They're like, oh my gosh, look, it's forming, and so it the funnel comes down and like starts throwing stuff around, and they almost get hit. They almost get killed, right? Or like a truck falls and they almost get killed. And then after the tornado goes away, the guy's like one of the younger storm chasers is like, he's just sitting in the truck, and they're like, hey, Jacob doesn't want to do this anymore because he's like scared. And Jacob's like sitting in the truck. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore, dude. We almost got crushed by a truck. This is like, I can't do this anymore. And they're like, and then the other guy, his friend, is like, no, man, once we film this, you'll get enough money. You can just sit on the beach with your girlfriend. Blah blah blah. It's fine. And so he's like, oh, okay. And then the next scene, again, they're driving, and like 4 tornadoes, like funnels come down. There's like 4 of them, and their van like flips over, and they all need to find shelter. And they're running into a church. Like, there's a church there. I think it's a church. Yeah, it's a church. And they're running in there. And Jacob, the one that was super scared, the one that was like, I can't. The one that was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this anymore. He's got the big professional camera, and the tornadoes are like right in front of him. And he's like, I gotta get this. And he's like, It makes no sense, and he's filming, and the tornado catches on fire because it like blows up. There's like a tanker truck or something, and it's on fire. The tornado's on fire, and he's like, "I gotta record this," and then the camera gets sucked out of his hands and like flies towards it. And no, and Jacob's like, "I gotta get this. I gotta get the footage," and he like runs right into the tornado, and he gets taken up, and he like lights on fire. And you're like, "Oh no, not him, not Jacob." Oh, I cared so much about that character. Stupid. Just. Oh, what else? One good thing. I guess the good thing about the movie. The effects. The good thing is the good thing is the effects. I mean, really, you would hope the effects would be good because pretty much the whole movie's relying on that. So, and you get about 10 minutes. I think I recorded about 10 minutes of actual tornadoes on the screen, which the movie's only like an hour and 25 minutes long, so I guess 10 minutes is okay, and it was kind of interesting seeing some of the tornadoes on fire, but it's just, when your whole movie is, like, the movie was pointless. It's like you don't walk away with, and then at the end of the movie, it's like this really happened. It's like this was based off a real thing or something. They're like, the cameras are like interviewing people, and they're like, "Wow, I'm so happy I survived." And like the interviews some high school kid. He's like, 25 years, talking about the time capsule. He's like, 25 years. Oh, it doesn't really matter. The now is what matters. I'm alive, and then it's like, what is this? This is just a movie. Like, didn't really happen. This is some random stupid story that you guys made up, and then it's just insulting. At the very end, it's like, that's how they ended up. They interview all these people, and they're like, "Oh, the movie, that's it. Like, that's the movie. The movie ends." And then at the very end, the redneck guys, who earlier the rednecks had gotten sucked up into a tornado, like it took them into a tornado. At the end, they're like hanging upside down, like caught in a tree, like, "Woo, man, like, we're upside down, like, yeah, you are too, man, oh my gosh, we're gonna be so famous, yeah, YouTube." My goodness, I don't understand. It just makes me wonder, why? Why did you even make this movie? It's an hour and 24-minute long movie about nothing. It's about tornadoes. At least Twister back in '96 had like a decent story and likable characters that had backstory, that had relationships and stuff. Like, at least you could build on that, and like then the tornadoes were there, and the effects still hold up. If you watch it today, they're pretty good actually. The effects are good, and like you have a cast that at least you can enjoy, even if the movie's silly. I mean, even if the movie's silly and it's not super serious, but at least, man, I don't know. End of the Storm is a complete waste of time. I mean, even if you you would probably do better off watching the Weather Channel or watching the Storm Chasers on TV, one of the channels. I'm sure that they go out and you would see more tornadoes and more realistic devastation, and just be at awe at it than watching this movie. I can't recommend The Storm. It's just, if I were to give it a rating, like if I don't even have a rating system, and this is the first time I've ever recorded anything, I would probably give it a 2 out of 10. 1 being the effects, tornadoes, and I actually don't know what the second point. It's like, how much money do you spend? How much money do you spend on something like this? Like, you couldn't get a decent story. You had to go with like, oh, let's show high school kids, graduating. High school kids graduating, and just have them do everybody is stupid. Everybody is like, no one would film. Who would film something? I mean, who would be filming in the middle of a tornado? If a tornado was outside right now, and I was with my friends, and we were like in a car, our car flipped over and it crashed, and we're okay, and we got out. The last thing I would do is be like, "Oh guys, oh my gosh, you seeing this? Like, oh wow, this tornado is like ripping things apart." No, you wouldn't do that. You would be booking it, or you would be out of there. you would not just like every. It's so because they wanted to have the whole film from every angle thing that Chronicle did, which was much better. It's like they had to just have cameras, so like they have people do unrealistic things. It's so pointless. Oh, I'm into the storm. Into the storm, you're so good. Bad characters, bad acting. Nobody's likable. If you watch the movie and find one person that you like, you let me know because none of them are likable. You could care less. I think there's like. Well, no, the redneck survived at the tornado. The redneck survived, so I think there's one, no, two, three deaths, maybe. Maybe there's 3 deaths on screen. Maybe, I think. Oh, and then the main storm chaser, the main guy who's like, I guess he's supposed to be like only caring about storm chasing and like footage. Like he only cares about what they're doing and like nothing else. I guess that's supposed to be part of his character. Like they kind of mention that, like, oh, is this all you care about? Is the filming of this tornado and getting footage? And like at the end, he like sacrifices himself. Like he's like. Yeah, but that's my review for. I know this was all over the place. I just watched it again, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try my hand at reviewing movies. Or guys, bear with me. I'm hoping I can get kind of organized, and like maybe eventually I'll have like a step process. Characters, action, music, and different categories where I can really be like, oh, this is a great just kind of give it that kind of review where I can give you a little more in depth. This is just kind of a random rant and just random thoughts in my head, but Into the Storm is not a movie you need to see, and if you didn't get that from this, then I don't know. Then I guess I don't know movies. Maybe to somebody it's incredible, but yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now.